Turning to Macomb County, where the temperatures are dropping, but tempers are rising. Neighbors escalate their fight to hold one dog owner accountable and force him to bring his dogs inside from the bitter temps. Neighbors reached out to the Fox 2 problem solvers, and when there's a dog in danger, you know who goes to the scene? Fox 2's Jessica Dupneck. She's on the case. Jess, you're bundled up tonight, but these dogs, they don't have that same luxury.
Yeah, it's really tough, Roop. We've been working on this story for more than a month, and what better night to do it when it's real cold out here. Now, the guy we're talking about, he's actually a breeder here in Mount Clemens, and he's gone to great lengths to hide what's going on in his backyard. We're talking a big privacy fence, tarps around the outdoor crates, and huge floodlights. Now, we're not naming names at this point in time because technically no crime has been committed, and at the end of all of this, all of our digging, it really looks like city ordinances will need to change here in Mount Clemens to make these neighbors happy.
I live right up against, to cut it to the chase, a backyard breeding nightmare.
Yeah. Thank you.
I believe this is passive aggression at its most.
Almost every day and night, regardless of the weather, this trio of fed up neighbors say their neighbors' dogs are left in the elements.
Straw or anything?
No,
Nothing. We've been tracking their complaints for more than a month out of this Mount Clemens neighborhood, and Miranda Mack kept providing receipts.
The only time they leave those kennels is to go into his garage, and it's all on his Facebook, to run a treadmill.
They say at least 4 bully breed dogs are inside the garage Monday night. They say not because it's cold, but because as many as 15 neighbors started turning up the heat on this breeder on social media, going to the police, animal control, and council meetings. But still, they say the dogs are left outside wailing all night to the point where they've all put sound machines in their homes.
Someone needs to finally help and correct the situation, and it has to start from the city.
Problem is, the dog's owner is technically not violating any city ordinances. Mount Clemens chose not to adopt Macomb County's progressive regulations on leaving dogs outside when it gets below freezing. We called animal control 3 times about this last month, and no response.
If you are not comfortable with a human being out in this cold, how can you be comfortable with an animal?
So we've covered these stories before, and sometimes it's just neighbor on neighbor issues. But literally, as we were doing the interview, people were coming out of their homes to sort of second, third, fourth what these ladies were saying. They're all fed up. As many as 15 to 20 neighbors have gone to meetings. They've called the police. They've tried to deal with animal control. Now, also of concern, that guy's Facebook page, we took a look at it and we showed some of those videos to independent animal welfare experts. Some serious concerns on how he's actually handling those dogs. We have all of that stuff, all that evidence in the right hands. They'll be looking into it. Now, coming up at 11, we're going to talk a little bit more about the weather, some recommendations for your own pets. Join us on The Edge in just a little bit. Reporting live in Mount Clemens, Jessica Dupneck, Fox 2 News.
It's sad and painful to hear the yelps from those dogs that bark knowing how cold it is. As you say, you know, you're wearing a coat. I go outside, wear a coat. These poor dogs don't have the same choice. A little bit about the laws as it comes to the ordinances from a city versus the county. Break that down for us a little bit. I mean, is it kind of like federal and state laws? I mean, they obviously differ, and one can kind of upend the other or supersede the other.
Yeah, so local laws, it kind of supersedes all, Roop, when it comes to ordinances with animals. So in the county here in Macomb County, they took a progressive approach a couple of years ago. When it's 32 degrees or freezing, you cannot have your dogs outside for an extended period of time. Now, there's 4 jurisdictions here in Macomb County that chose to go their own path, including Mount Clemens. So really, there aren't a lot of regulations on the books, and that is how this guy has been able to avoid bringing those dogs inside.
Well, you know, you and the neighbors will be on top of it. We'll continue to watch this very carefully. Jessica Dupneck for us live tonight. Thank you.